Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Nine coming back at you again with another Valorant news video. And today we're talking about something a little bit more serious, a little bit more heavy, and what it seems to be is the end or conclusion of the entire SIG situation that started back in last year. If you guys are watching this video, then you probably already know all about the SIG situation that started way back towards the beginning of last year. So I probably don't need to tell you much about it, but just as a quick recap, his situation started basically at the start of VCT lock-in in February of 2023. After the tournament, he seemed to have gone through a very messy and public breakup with his girlfriend. And because of this, it led to him making some very wild comments online and just portraying very uncomfortable behavior on his personal Twitch stream. He made some comments about Kaide, who is his teammate's girlfriend. He made some comments about Def's wife, and Def at the time was the IGL of Sentinels. He even made some racial slurs on his stream. He said them and he typed them out in game. It was all really uncomfortable, and all you could tell by watching what was happening was that this guy was going through something and he definitely needed help. It was all very public on Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter for the time being, but after a couple weeks, he basically disappeared off the internet and didn't show his face. And throughout this time, Sentinels actually kept him signed to the team. And of course, they didn't use him throughout the 2023 season for obvious reasons, but they didn't sever ties with him. And I think that's very important. But before we get to that, I want to go through his tweets today that seemingly concludes what this entire ordeal has been. Earlier on January 6th, he tweeted at 8:49 a.m. a simple goodbye. And then a couple hours later at 6:58 p.m. on January 6th, he tweeted, "Alright, while I thought I was going to die, I rushed to the hospital and everything seems fine now. Sorry for the scare, but this just made me so much more grateful to be alive. I will be making my return to Valorant soon. Let this be a message. Don't try to S, you'll regret it." I think you guys know what S means in this situation. He went on to also tweet, "Plus all the people who reached out after makes me realize I'm not actually alone, even though for 6 months I literally had no human contact." And we also saw the CEO of Sentinels, who is Rob Moore, of course, tweet out, "We are continuing to work with Hunter's family to support him. He is currently receiving care. Please continue to give Hunter all your support as well." And I just gotta give really big props to Rob Moore and Sentinels for the entire way they handled this situation. From the beginning of the situation last year, the things he was saying and the things he was doing, it would be completely reasonable for Sentinels or any org to have just removed him, severed their ties with his contract, and just be done with it. There's nothing that really is beneficial to keep a player like that on your organization. But instead of that, instead of just completely throwing him away, Sentinels rather opted to give him the care and help that he needed. They kept him signed to his team, and they gave us updates on trying to get him in contact with his family and getting him the help that he really needed. And I just want to applaud Sentinels for that, because I don't think a lot of orgs would have done that if they were in the same situation with what SIG was doing. He later on also tweeted that, "I spent 6 months isolated in my house, ordering food all day and watching YouTube. This was my routine, never left the house and didn't speak to anyone, an ideal way to drive yourself insane." And he also gave us a no haircut reveal. But I'm just very happy to know that he's okay, he's alive and well. He seems to have been getting a lot of help, and he seems to be in a much better place. If something were to happen to him, it would have been very devastating. Of course, also considering in 2023, we as the Valorant community went through something already with Vitality player Twistin, who tragically took his life at the conclusion of Vitality season last year. Going forward, of course, I am wishing nothing but the best for SIG. He was always one of my favorite players to watch play, and more so than anything he does with Valorant, SIG is a human being. So of course, I just want to make sure he's okay and he's doing well, and he seems to be doing much better now, and that does make me very hopeful and very happy. He did say he's making a return to Valorant, but that could just mean streaming, not necessarily pro, so we'll have to wait and see if he does try to dive back into pro later this year. And that's it for this news update, guys. Glad to see Sick is seemingly doing so much better now, and to any of you guys watching, just remember, you are valued and important. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you guys in the next video.